Alright, maybe we can head back to the Forest of Hope. Now that we have blues, some of the stuff here should be a little easier to get. To head and take a look at the map here. Obviously, there's two right next to each other here. There's one there. And there's one over there, which is probably going to be a bit of a pain to get to. Let me grab some of these. Okay, they're all flowers. Good. I'll have them break down these. Okay, so that's 25 reds. Go ahead and grab more. I want all my blues. And a handful of yellows, because I could use some more gates busted down. Probably only 10 at this point, though. There's not much left. Alright. Gosh, what a waste. In future games, they do change it so not all of your... so that one Pikmin can't drink all of the nectar. Right, so if you do a bridge and then leave it for long enough, then these guys will show up and they will start eating the bridge back down, so you have to redo it. Alright, I wanted you to grab the corpses, but I guess they're just gonna get distracted. Okay, I want just the blues. Alright. These are little tadpole things. They cannot hurt your Pikmin. They just exist as like kind of difficult enemies to attack and kill. And then you can get a few Pikmin from them, and that's pretty much it. I want to grab these guys. So not really worth your time to clear out, I'd say. I don't remember how many Pikmin they sprout, but it's probably not enough to be worthwhile. Actually, you guys can come with me. I'm pretty sure if I got enough blues, I could just ignore the bridges altogether and carry that ship park back with just blues. Gonna be careful here. I can't remember, but there's some occasions where the bomb rock Pikmin will just drop their bomb rock if you whistle them from idle, which would be bad, as you can imagine. Okay. Why is there a red here? You take that, thank you. I should have grabbed my reds. Okay, well, let's see. I should be able to clear this all up pretty quick. So I'm gonna use my extra bomb rocks here. They can also blow up these gates, which is nice to know, so you don't have to wait around for your Pikmin to destroy them. The darker the wall, both stone and wood, whatever this is, then the tougher it is, the longer it takes to break, basically. Okay. Let me go grab my reds and see about putting the rest of my blues on that bridge. Although now that it's built out more, it might be difficult to do that. We'll see. If they land on the bridge at all, they walk over there. Okay. That's good. Okay, well, they're building that out. Good. I will go up. Keep my yellows just in case, but I don't know that there's really more bomb rocks. I do want at least 40 reds, though. I've decided this. Okay. Squad of 50 should be plenty for this. I kind of ignore that guy for now. I don't really need to worry about him, but I will get rid of these guys, because they're gonna get in the way. Kind of impressed none of my Pikmin have woken up this thing yet. There we go. And now this is pretty much free. I found the Nova Blaster. This emits a dazzling burst of light and capable of destroying almost anything. I'm not exactly sure about this, but the promotional brochure claims that its blast can travel in the currents of space-time, smashing through stars and into the rifts of space. That doesn't really sound real. I'll go ahead and let these guys take it. All of you, please. And you guys can collect these. What? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and bomb this guy. As you can see, that does a healthy chunk of damage. But mostly, it takes a lot less time. I should have thrown 2, though. Because now I don't know that I will. Oh, I got too close. Gosh darn it. If an enemy eats a Pikmin that has a bomb rock, then it still explodes them, but obviously your Pikmin dies too, so. And then at this point, I think we can kill it before it can really kill any of us. Never mind! I was wrong! It eats a lot faster in this than I expected. Gosh, are all the enemies just faster? Kind of feels like it. The Pikmin theoretically should be able to grab onto that Nova Blaster, but I guess it's just gonna give up. Figure it out. There you go. Let me go help out these blues, because they should be done by now. Nova Blaster. This is a weapon of such incredible destructive force that it can blast stars into tiny pieces. It has a strange allure. I've now recovered 8 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 4 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. $23, is that enough? I found my Sagittarius. My son gave this to me as a present. It brings to mind visions of my son back home on planet Hokatate. Oh, to be back there right now. I'm actually not going to use these blues for that. So I want them to start work on building that gate up hither. This one. I think theoretically I can throw some Pikmin up there and then just lead them down here. I don't need blues for this. But I guess I'll do things the quote-unquote legit way. Oh, so you don't necessarily need to break that wall to get over here, but you do need to break it. To bring anything from over there. These guys aren't always smart about crossing bridges, not in this game, so I am gonna kind of keep an eye on them. It might be best to lead them like this. Okay. I don't want to walk past this because I don't want it to shove my Pikmin off the bridge. I wouldn't put it past this game to do that. Since it is a bit older, it does weird things. Kind of mean things sometimes. I'll go ahead and plug these though. Sagittarius, this was a gift from my son. He must be very worried about me. I've now recovered 9 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 3 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. I'm gonna go ahead and throw all these up here. I didn't mean to throw those up there, actually. They still have a whole segment to go. Let me see if I can grab some of these back. Can you save him? You're gonna throw him over there. Okay. Sure, why not? Alright. You guys work on that. I didn't want the leaf, gosh. There we go. And you can go up there. I'm gonna be careful about this. I'm walking to you guys. Come on, all you. Alright. I think we're good there. Gosh darn it. Stupid glue. I don't think I'll have time for that, guys. I might just leave him for now. And let my blues kind of increase in number. Darn it. Okay, let's see. I didn't leave any Pikmin around here. Nope, doesn't look like it. If I had a little more time, then maybe I would wait for the pellets to be the right color, but this is fine. Sorry, I'm just making sure no one else was bringing something back. There we go. That's good, I guess. That yellow one fell down, oh my gosh. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but your Pikmin can't just trip even when they're just walking around in the squad. That wasn't just a cutscene thing. And obviously when that happens, they get pretty likely to get like stuck or lost on something. 5 days since impact, I've seen that at times the leaf atop a Pikmin's head will grow into a bud and then a flower. It appears that if I do not pick the Pikmin sprouts, they gradually bloom over time. Fascinating. This melding of plant and animal traits is surely unique in the natural world. I have found flower Pikmin to possess increased swiftness. When in a rush, I've found pressing and holding A, then calling the flower Pikmin forth with X to be quite an effective strategy. I've also learned that new sprouts found growing on days following fierce battles are the results of seeds being left behind. So that last bit's actually a feature that is unique to Pikmin 1, I'm pretty sure, the first game. But whenever you lose like a bunch of Pikmin to any one encounter, then sometimes you'll get a few back if you come back to that area. Okay, holding A then, okay, so you can't cycle to the Fire Pikmin specifically, looks like. I was trying to figure that out. We did pretty well today, I'd say. I'm not even used to that text box saying, oh, continue from previous day for even being a thing, so I was waiting for it to load it to the world map, when that's not even an option, I guess. We'll go ahead and finish off the Forest of Hope. You don't really have to do anything in any particular order here, but it does feel nice to kind of clear up an area before fully moving on. So I don't actually really need blues anymore. For these last two ship parts, it's honestly probably best to get a squad of reds. I'm actually gonna hang back on my numbers here because it gets a bit unwieldy to try and command a full squad of 100. No. I'm gonna put this blue back. I will focus on increasing my blue numbers after I get all the ship parts, because I probably have a little bit of time left over. Try and get a little close. Gosh dang, alright. Yeah, so last two, there was that one with that one beetle, probably noticed yesterday. And then just over there, which I'm pretty sure is only Bulblax is over there, so... Or Bulborbs, so it's not too much of a worry. Getting quite a bit of nectar out of that one. That's nice. Yeah, so obviously I like using flowers to pull up the grass because then you won't have like a leaf or a bud Pikmin drinking all of the nectar. Okay, so this guy is gonna inhale. And if you throw a Pikmin into that little hole up top while it's inhaling, then it'll kind of get plugged up and then it needs to cool off. At which moment you can toss a bunch of red Pikmin, and apparently if you have enough of them, it just kills them instantly. I didn't even realize that. Granted, a lot of these are flowers, which is probably a good bit of it. At last, my radiation canopy. This turns the harsh radiation of deep space into soft infrared rays that are easy on the body. I'll sleep like a baby once I get this back to the ship. Okay, so out of 11's a little light, so I might actually head back to the ship, grab some new Pikmin, and head off for that last ship part. These girls are buds now, that's pretty nice. Hopefully 28 is enough. Well, I guess these are almost back. Maybe I'll just wait for them. Might be a little less efficient, but still. Radiation canopy. I'll have to inspect it later to make sure it isn't correct. I'll be in for even more trouble if I have any radiation leaks. I've now recovered 10 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 2 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. 71's a lot, but I'm not really worried about them at this point. Okay, so if you don't plug up the armored cannon beetle, that's its name, that beetle we just demolished, after it's done sucking, it will then launch a boulder. Which would obviously not be ideal. Yeah, and the boulder will just instantly crush and kill any Pikmin that it rolls over, so it can actually be pretty devastating if you let it get off an attack, because obviously you kind of have to face it down head on. I'll go ahead and plug these while I'm here. I have to hold the button, sorry. If you want to plug it off, it's like the armored part of it, it has to reveal its back. That's the only part of it that you can damage. So you can't hurt it any other way other than plugging that hole and letting it and forcing it to open up its back. Because its heavy armor are protected otherwise. So you do have to be mindful of that. You guys can go ahead and take that. And this is kind of like the intended way to get up here. These little rocks on the ground also can contain nectar. Sometimes the game has, you can see there, the game has a bit of a lag between the Pikmin latching, attacking, and a HP bar draining. It's just a bit of a interesting sort of quirk of the first game, but if it looks like the enemy's HP isn't really dropping that fast, try not to worry too much. It might just be that. It's a shock absorber. This apparatus counteracts the shaking and swaying that normally occurs during flight. It's smooth sailing with this in place, usually. Oh, I'm probably throwing a little bit of shade at the fact that he crash landed. Got like hit by a meteor and crash landed even with all these fancy little gadgets that are supposed to help with that sort of stuff. Okay, at this point, all we really have left is just increasing numbers, and it looks like for some reason a bunch of reds got left up there, so nice. Love it when only 3 Pikmin get the nectar. Shock absorber. This nifty little device counteracts the shaking and swaying experienced in typical space flight. I've now recovered 11 out of 30 parts. If I can find just one more, I should be able to increase my shape's capabilities. Go ahead and let the reds take these, because I'm probably not going to send the blues back up here. Come on. Come on. There we go. And now, for the last day you're ever in an area, I would be extra sure to not leave any Pikmin sprouts in the ground, because there's typically not a point in coming back to any given area. At least not this one. So when you do leave sprouts in the ground, you're basically just wasting Pikmin. Right, and here I can see I have... This does not tell me. This only tells me how many are in the onion. Gosh, okay. Like at the current time, I mean. I might need more blues for this corpse, actually. I saw that one that got stuck, don't worry. Probably won't leave it behind. Yeah, it needs 30. I don't think I have 30 Pikmin here. I'll have to go grab a few more. Gosh darn it. Do want that corpse, it's worth a lot. So whenever you have multiple different colors of Pikmin on something, the color that has the most is the one that takes it back to their onion. So if you have more blues on the corpse than red, then they will take it back to the blue onion. If it's 50-50, I think it's just random. Okay, yep. And you can tell which onion it's going back to, because obviously the color above is what color it's going to. So you can tell this is going to blue because the fraction is blue. I'm actually gonna... So I do have 40 in the bank here. So I can put back some of these and then withdraw some of these. Have to wait for the reds to get back first. Yeah, so at this point I'm probably just gonna walk around and increase my reds and blues a little bit and try to flower them if possible. There's probably not much point in showing that specifically. Because you know the drill, just let the Pikmin take things back to the onion. And their numbers increase. Sometimes by a lot. You can see that corpse was worth a lot. So before I do that, I might take this opportunity to kind of look at... Have all my Pikmin with me? Yes, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to check the numbers here, so... I have enough blues there. There's not much point in having more than 100 of any given color, so... I might just focus on reds at this point, because they're the main fighters and therefore the ones who get eaten the most. Alright, so we've looked at the map screen here. This is the controls. And you can't turn on motion controls. I've obviously never used them before because I've only played the GameCube version before. I've never even played this version, so... maybe I'll try those off, maybe I'll try those out, or maybe I will just... keep doing what I'm used to. You might only be able to use motion controls with the Joy-Cons though. I'm using the Pro Controller right now, so we can figure that out now, but yeah. And if you go into the minus menu, you can continue from previous save, go straight to sunset, or obviously this just closes the menu. So if you ever have a lot of extra time at the end of the day like I do right now, you can just end the day immediately. And don't have to worry about just kind of wasting time. But I figure there's always like almost always something of value you can be doing. And yeah, the motion controls don't work with the Pro Controller, yeah. So you can pretty much always be increasing your Pikmin numbers and such, even if you never need that many Pikmin. At least you won't have to worry about gathering more numbers if you ever do have some sort of tragedy. And yeah, if you always keep 100 Pikmin out, then you don't have to worry about plucking sprouts either, so I would definitely recommend doing that. Nectar is usually not too hard to come by, so those glow wisps, they like to show up when you go through like grass and stuff like that. See, this one just spawned in. I can't even see where it is. Oh, the depth perception. So even though you can lose flowers from doing a lot of combat and stuff, you can also gain them back fairly reliably, and you don't really have to worry about letting them sit in the ground, so you can get your flowers back, or so you can get more flower Pikmin. Oh, and this guy, if you manage to land Pikmin right on his back, they can't hurt him just like running up and smacking him like that, but if you land them on his back, then he'll drop pellets. I think he can drop nectar too, but maybe that's just some other games. Yeah, he can drop nectar, okay. Which all my Pikmin are wasting, of course. He only stays up for a little bit amount of time. For a limited, yes, a limited amount of time. I'll let the blues have that since it's their color. I'd just be careful to make sure, extra sure that you pick up all your Pikmin after just kind of throwing them all over the place like that. Alright, off we go. How do we do today, huh? Obviously only 2 ship parts, which is good. Obviously, getting 2 ship parts a day gives you quite a bit of leeway. 6 days since impact. The Pikmin always carry their prey back to the onions. Close observation indicates that taking food pellets to the onions of the same color results in the release of larger numbers of Pikmin seeds. I've also found ways to group Pikmin by color. Yep. Yes. We have seen that one multiple times. We've spread out 103 and didn't lose any, so now we have 120 blues, which should be plenty for the rest of the game. 41 yellows, which honestly is all you really need of those. You're never gonna have like more than 40 bomb rocks, and their ability to be thrown higher doesn't really come up very often either. And there's no hazards in this game that only yellows can deal with. Being thrown higher and having bomb rocks is the only thing they can do, so you don't need them to walk through any fire, you don't need them to walk through any water. So you only really need them if you want to use bomb rocks or if you have to throw something high up. And there's not really a ship part that's that heavy that only yellows can get. Anyway, and they're not useful in like reds are the most useful in combat generally speaking too, so they're not even like super useful for that, which is why you want to grow the red numbers mostly. I mean, they're immune to fire too. Anyway, enough about that. We have good numbers of Pikmin basically, so we shouldn't have to worry about growing anymore unless I lose a lot, which I haven't been doing super great at the combats this time around. I don't know, it just feels different. I don't know if that's just because I haven't played the game in a while or if it's because I've just gotten used to Pikmin 4 from playing that much more recently, but regardless, we're still doing really well.